Hello and welcome to another episode of my course of creating the best thumbnails on YouTube. And today, the composition. The secret to designing a thumbnail that truly shine and scream to click on it is to master 3 C's. Let's break them down one by one. Content, composition, and contrast. What's in your thumbnail? Content is all about what of your thumbnail. It includes every visual element you decide to include: people, objects, background, text, icons, etc. Include only what you need to create your curiosity gap. Don't clutter your thumbnail with unnecessary elements. Like I said before, each piece of content should have a purpose, and they typically fall into 2 main categories: main characters and supporting characters. The goal of main character is to clearly show what our film is about, and the goal of supporting characters is to make the main character more visible. It should build depth and even bigger focus on our major element. It can also provide more value to our thumbnail by bringing more information. And here is a very nice example of supporting characters in case of building a depth. Let's imagine this thing without the president in the background. Whole thumbnail loses depth and is focused on the main character, but if we put the president over here, we get a lot of more focus on main character and nice depth that will probably generate more views. Another example of supporting character in case of bringing value is this thumbnail from the adventure niche. Kangaroos are not only building a depth and focus on our major element, but also show us and tell us where the video was recorded. And we can automatically guess that it was recorded, for example, in Australia. Text. In thumbnails can be tricky to get it right. When it's done well, it adds to the story, builds curiosity, making people want to click. But if it's done wrong, it can just clutter the thumbnail and take attention away from your main focus. Your text needs to connect with the title. Think of it like this: your thumbnail should create a bit of mystery, and the title should be the key to unlock that mystery. Text should always add something to the thumbnail, not just repeat what's already in the title. And I already talked about it, so I'm gonna head into next one. Show scale or intensivity. I also talk about this, so I'm gonna stop here only for a few seconds. Numbers like 30 days or challenge 50 give viewers a sense of the journey or challenge they are about to see, and also big numbers, visualizing for example scale, are great scroll stoppers. Keep it simple and readable. Use a clear font, limit your text to like 3 words or even fewer. You can also add shadows or outlines to make it stand out against the background. Composition. How to arrange everything. Once you got your content, it's time to arrange it. This is where composition comes in. Composition is all about how you position your thumbnail's elements. We split composition into 2 parts: symmetrical and asymmetrical. These thumbnails have the main character in the center, and I am talking about symmetrical thumbnails, making the left and right sides of the thumbnail look balanced. Great for drawing attention directly to the center of the thumbnail. And here are a few examples of symmetrical thumbnails. This thumbnail follow the rule of thirds, and I am talking about asymmetrical thumbnails this time, meaning the main character is placed on the left or right third of the thumbnail. This makes the layout feel more dynamic and interesting. And here is how to use it. Basically, put a grid on your thumbnail and make sure that your objects fit into these points. To make sure the audience focus lands on the main character first, we can incorporate supporting elements like supporting characters, background, or even guiding lines to draw attention toward the focal point. Here's a breakdown of how this works in thumbnails. A huge way to guide the viewers is to use classic arrows or circles. This is probably the simplest way to do that. Let's look at this thumbnail and imagine this work without this circle. It is just a bunch of characters without hard contrast, with lots of going on. But when we put the circle, everything starts to make sense, and we instantly pay attention to the right thing. The left to right. In the most countries in the world, we write and read from left to right, so I'm not gonna surprise you that it became our habit to pay attention on things on the left first. That's why a lot of YouTubers put the most interesting things on the left side. Basically, you need to know what matters more on the thumbnail, and then decide which thing to put on the left side. And that's also another reason why we always create more than 1 thumbnail for each video. The last thing is contrast. We've talked about it already, but there's still something more. The first type of contrast we can use is luminosity contrast, which means playing with lights and darks. Put main characters in brighter place than other things from our thumbnail. And here's an example of thumbnail created by me. We can see that the Steam logo is in the center of focus thanks to the glow around it. Also, look at that fact that the rest of the thumbnail elements are in shadows and blurred, so our attention instantly goes into the Steam logo. Next, saturation contrast. This occurs when you combine areas of high saturation, intense, vibrant colors with areas of low saturation that are muted or grayscale. An iconic example of this is Ryan Trahan's thumbnail from his World's Quietest Room videos thumbnail.